Yeah. So, sorry, sir. What did you just say?
Is it disabled by default or something like?
Achha, wait a second. Yeah, I have enabled it now. Yeah.
Okay. Hope I'm visible, right? Like, thanks everybody for being part of the session. So I'm Raaja. I head marketing at Giottus, right? And I've been with Giottus for almost like now 4 years now, right? And it's been an extremely interesting journey. But most importantly, you guys are all here, right? All aspiring traders, or let's say experienced traders, right? Like being part of the session, right? So we would like to discuss like how Giottus basically is like focused on helping, let's say, traders, right, like to get almost access to all different touch points, right? Like, so as an exchange, so basically we are a trader focused exchange at the end of the day, right? So for traders, we have like multiple different things, which I think we'll be talking throughout, let's say, the session, right? But it's been an extremely great journey. So I think everybody is in Hindi. If सब लोग हिंदी होता तो मैं हिंदी में बोल दूंगा, but बाकी सारा languages होता तो मेरे को बताना है.
No worries, sir. We can have a mix of Hindi and English. 70% English will work. No worries.
अच्छा, बहुत बहुत बढ़िया, ठीक है, thank you. So see, this is an extremely good initiative that Vishal came up with, right? Like, so basically, and we've been like partnering across multiple different activities within Giottus and also with their team, right? So it's an extremely great way, right, for you guys to learn about trading and also do multiple different things, right, without risking your own capital, right? Like you can prove, let's say, the metal that you have with respect to trading, and you can earn, let's say, funded wallets that I think Giottus is offering, and also Vishal will be talking about it. Yeah. Yeah, Vishal, over to you.
Yeah,
Do you have anything specific that you wanted to ask, or?
Yeah. So first of all, the first question that we have, of course, I think all the joinees here have is, how did you get yourself aligned in crypto, and what was your academic journey, right? Just a bit, or throw some light on that. I think that will be really inspiring.
That's really great. Like, so I'm an alumni from IIM Calcutta, batch of 2013. So for almost like some 15, let's say 14, 15 years. Before that also I worked, and after that also I'm working, right? Predominantly I've worked in technology domains, right? And crypto was evolving, the kind of FOMO and FUD that was around crypto, right? The kind of growth. Since probably around 2018 and 19, right? Okay, what? Okay, somebody's asking a question or something? Okay.
Yeah, I'll take care of them. Don't worry. You can.
Okay. So around 2018-19, I got like extremely seriously interested in crypto when my basically colleagues and co-founders like Vikram and Arjun started up, let's say, with respect to Giottus. So I've been following, let's say, the BTC journey from, let's say, $1,500, $2,000 kind of time to, let's say, $135,000 kind of a time, and it has again fallen back, right? It's been a crazy journey. The kind of volatility, the kind of momentum, right, like the kind of trades that you can do has interested me to the core, and that is one of the reasons I was joining, let's say, Giottus, and that is one of the key reasons, like in terms of being part of this journey. And within, let's say, these 3-4 years time, we have done so many things. So while you do, let's say, any MBA course, right, the first thing that they teach you is like if you look at marketing specifically, the first thing, where do you start marketing at the end of the day? You start at the end of the day with your customer, right? You need to know about your customer. You need to be obsessed with your customer, right? In the similar terms, when you look at, let's say, Giottus, at the end of the day, our customers are traders, right? So unlike other exchanges who are focused on celebrity advertisements, doing different things, like spending money everywhere on TVs and everything, what we decided and, let's say, agreed upon is like focus on the trader, who is our core customer, right? And do everything for the traders to make their journey, let's say, smooth and best in class, so they become, let's say, extremely good quality traders, and they get retained within Giottus. And we've been working within this. And if you technically look at it, we have more than, let's say, 15 lakh plus traders on the platform, right? Almost like 80% of the traders came via, let's say, referrals and word of mouth, and they've been like stayed loyal to Giottus despite so many things coming in and going. Okay. How are you better than Coin DCX? And I think somebody has asked.
Nice question.
And
Yeah.
what you're doing to do avoid, let's say, what WazirX experience that you guys have gone through, right? So, see, we are, let's say, CoinDCX is like a great exchange, right? There's nothing bad about that. They've been like the largest exchange at the moment. There are other exchanges also, right? But we have like a lot of different USPs, okay? So we started from Chennai, and currently we have our office in Chennai and Bangalore. So regional language focus has been one of the core areas, right? So if you had deposited, let's say, some money, let's say within DCX or Switch or some other exchange, right? You might have to maximum, let's say some issue happens, you write an email, raise a ticket, all these kind of things. But from 2018 onwards till today, anybody can take a call and talk in your own language, whatever the language is. Like you can talk in Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, English, Malayalam, Kannada, almost any single language. That is one of the key things in which we acquired like a huge volume of customers, right, within this regional areas. That is how our journey started, right? Even today, we provide that level of support across all languages. That is one. Another thing is like, since we are a trader-focused exchange, as I told about it earlier, right? So what are all the things that the trader really wants, right? Like you need an extremely good platform, right? We've been in this space for almost 8-9 years. We have like 500 plus cryptos there. We have global markets with us. We have like, let's say the commodities as well already listed and doing, let's say, good amount of trade volume across products. So we have a really good product. Our product is on par with, let's say, a DCX or a Switch or a Delta or any exchange that you compare with, right? It's on par with in terms of product quality. And we never had any issues in this past 8-9 years with respect to INR deposits or withdrawal at any point in time, because we are one of our, let's say, the core members within FIU, the Financial Intelligence Unit, right? And FIU is more like your, let's say, SEBI for NSE and BSE. You can consider similar to that for crypto, right? Within FIU, right, very few guys only have gotten, let's say, FIU license, right? And within that, there is another core committee, which is comprising only 3-4 key exchanges, right? We are part of, let's say, the policy and decision making within FIU itself, right? So because of that, we have always had like a good banking stacks. So we never had any issues like most of them face. Let's say once you deposit, you cannot withdraw for, let's say, 24 hours or some amount of time and everything. But throughout this 8 years journey, instant INR deposits and withdrawals is one key feature, right? And another thing that we focused on is, let's say, when I, let's say, can I present something, Vishal?
Yes, yes, absolutely, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what we've been doing, let's say, since we are a trader-focused complete exchange, right? So we have this platform called as Giottus Academy, right? Where we do, let's say, every day live trading. Basically, all are what is it? Customers who are coming onto the platform. Even let's say if you're a newbie or if you're an extremely experienced guys, right? We do somewhere close to every day 12 to 16 hours of live trading sessions. Like for example, these are, let's say, today's next set of live trading sessions that are left from morning to evening. We do across Hindi, English, Tamil, Telugu, all these different kinds of things. We want extremely good quality traders. So we just don't give, let's say, some insights or something, right? We actually take them onto a live trade, walk them through, educate them step by step from, let's say, a candlestick analysis to smart money concepts, right? Like the whole set of technical analysis, all the different stages, we walk them through, right? We help them understand crypto from basics. What is crypto? How to trade in crypto? To how to do the analysis, not, let's say, learn about trading and do, let's say, more responsible trading. That is the whole core focus. See, other thing is that unlike other exchanges which are, let's say, VC funded, right? Giottus has been a bootstrapped exchange, right? Since it has been bootstrapped exchange, our only success comes in when traders succeed, right? So we focus extremely all our resources only on, let's say, one, while you get registered, onboarded, while you deposit money, withdraw money, deposit crypto. And we are the only one of the few guys who are even now allowing, let's say, crypto withdrawals as well, right? You can take it in your own wallet. Like even in WazirX kind of scenario, all the crypto was lying within WazirX wallet, right? But even if you currently try to do crypto withdrawals, almost all the exchanges will not let you to do that, right? Giottus is one of the very few exchanges we promote self-custody, right? Even at exchange risk, there is a wallet, which we have already protected and insured by BitGo. That is on one side that we have already done it, right? So customers' capital is protected via BitGo insurance. That is one part. But even beyond that, we also allow, let's say, self-custody. And all this kind of, let's say, user-centric features during onboarding and using the app, and we have a good platform. Another core focus areas are in terms of educating the customer, make them responsible traders, and not just do it and, let's say, English or Hindi alone, right? We do it across all different languages. We are adding, let's say, Gujarati, Marathi, all different languages also. So every person who is interested in trading should be able to come onto the platform. Even if you're not a registered customer of Giottus, you can join any of these live training sessions any day. It's almost, let's say, at no cost. Our goal is to enable people to learn about Giottus and learn about, let's say, crypto trading from basics to advanced level at no cost. And weekends we do, let's say, complete full day sessions, expert sessions. Like those also we do for different sets of folks, right? And all these things are free. And we also give, let's say, these signals every day, which is like, I mean, most of the other guys are also doing it. But to give in terms of, let's say, the stack that we have, right, like education, signals, easy onboarding, end-to-end customer support, instant INR deposits and withdrawal, and all kinds of, let's say, crypto products that you can get across all the other platforms that you can get out there. Now, even beyond this, what you can do, right? So we have given, let's say, product, features, all use cases and everything. Even beyond that, what we can do, we can also give, let's say, capital for you, good traders to trade on the platform, right? And that is one of the key reasons, right? Like the huge differentiators, I think that we have brought onto the table is we also, let's say, give funded wallets to customers, right? And we have already given funded wallets to customers, so many customers, like 100+ customers, more than that, like it is reaching around 200 now. Like those many customers, right, like have just got funded wallet via these campaigns itself, even from the last set of campaigns that Vishal has already done it, right? So we give capital for people to trade. And the beauty about this capital is 100% of profits you can take and go. Okay, we don't, let's say, unlike other prop trading firms, which would be asking for a share of your profits. We don't even do that, right? We want you to become good, responsible traders. And once you, let's say, get profits out of it, right, then you will trade more, right? So that is the overall goal. So we focus and work every single day, right, to make the life of traders easier, as smooth as possible. And we reward 100% everything to traders only. And at every stage, we are there to be part of, let's say, your journey and help you throughout the journey. That is what we focus. I mean, it took some time, but then thanks a lot for the time also.
Yeah. So first of all, guys, I think you just had something, you just had a glimpse of, probably 5 to 6 years of experience of Raaja sir. See, it's not only, how Giottus has scaled up as an exchange, but it's also about, if you want to become a product leader tomorrow, right? If you want to build your own product, which could be within the financial markets ecosystem, right? These are certain things that is going to help you, right? First of all, within the space, right, there are top tier exchanges which are funded by VCs. It could be DCX, it could be Delta, it could be Switch, right? And even within that space, how has Giottus managed to remain profitable and scale up, even though it's a bootstrapped exchange? So this is where product comes into the picture. So regional level acquisition, multi, as Raaja sir has just said, we have launched a vernacular education platform, right? So all those things have actually made sure Giottus is able to sort of penetrate, the Indians, and being able to convert them onto the platform and bring in business, right? So that is a very unique approach that has been led by Giottus. So it is something that, of course, big exchanges might be able to do it, but again, being able to do all those things, while you are bootstrapped is actually very amazing, right? So similar stories you are also going to have once you get into this career and maybe stay here for the next 4 to 5 years, right? Just as Raaja sir has said. Thank you for it. Yes, sir, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I think if somebody has raised hands also, if somebody has any questions also.
Yeah, Nishant. Actually, Nishant happens to be one of our top traders in our community, right? So, hi Nishant, how are you?
Hey, hi Vishal. Thank you for arranging this, and thank you Raaja sir for joining us. I will be very straight and brutally honest. Okay, you guys are part of the industry, so you guys shy away from saying things. CoinDCX is crap. Okay, and what WazirX did to us should not happen to any investor. Okay, I had a huge amount invested, and I got less than 8% of the entire amount back. Okay, so my question stems from that, right? First, what are you doing again different from CoinDCX? And I'll give you a very good example, right? Today, if I put a 30x leverage on hype at 60, okay, and I put my stop loss at 60, okay, I get forcefully closed at 59.8, right? And if I put a margin of, let's say, 10 lakh, I lose 30,000 there.
Hmm.
Right? So even if my TP or SL is at par with where I want to exit, I get close with 30,000 loss on a 10 lakh rupee position. Okay. So as an exchange, what Giottus is doing there, because that is from a trader's perspective, right? Again, I might sound like a very degen trader taking 30x longs and shorts and all, but again, there should be a solution for us. And secondly, again on the WazirX part of things, right? What is Giottus
So the first
doing?
part, I want to be one important thing, right? Like, so the first part, what do you mean? Like liquidations are not happening properly in other exchanges? Is that your problem?
Yeah. I can.
Yeah, I'll tell you what is the reason also. I'll explain that also to the reason,
Yeah.
right? This is a problem, not only you. I actually like, see, in the past 30 days alone, I've met around, let's say, some 500 different, let's say, mutual fund brokers, traders, KOLs, almost like all across, let's say, West India, North India, almost all parts of country I've met. Okay. So my feedback is this. Within Delta, more than DCX, I think this problem, I think you might also face with Delta also. See, if you run, people are saying that they are running their own liquidity books. Okay. If you come to the whole story of I'm running my own liquidity books, what they are trying to say is for every trader, for the exchange has to be profitable, you will have to be at loss.
Yeah.
Right. Now, this is what is happening with most of the problems that you are exactly pointing out as well. Right. So what I'm trying to say is, see, we at the end of the day, for us, numbers doesn't matter anything to us because we have no other VC pressure or anything at the end of the day. Second is that there is like two problems I'll tell. Like there are a lot of guys who run on 542 stack. Okay. There are only very few people. I think DCX, Delta, Giottus are one of the very few guys who have built, let's say, end-to-end future system from the bottoms up. Right. Like most of the other guys are like having the same 542. You can take Shark or anybody else you can take also. Okay. Now, what they have been doing with, let's say, these kind of 542 copies and also with exchanges who are saying that they are bringing in their own liquidity is that. So they, at the end of the day, they are trying to be profitable. So at every profit that they make will be a loss for you. So at the end of the day, they will optimize for that. And this is a problem. Like people say that I put the same order in Delta, I put the same order in Hype, and I put the same order in, let's say, DCX. How can, let's say, it doesn't get liquidated in one exchange, it gets liquidated in other exchanges?
Yeah.
It's the same story, right? So with us, like it's an end-to-end liquidity provider is Binance, right? Whatever the order that you place, you can place it in Binance directly also. Okay. So liquidity will remain the same. You can test it out. You can have the proof also. Number two is that we don't have any other, let's say, random pressures to show numbers at the end of the day. Okay. One is that we don't currently manage our own liquidity, 100% of liquidity. We have brought it here, let's say, international providers, right? So there is no incentive for us to make you at a loss at any point in time because we don't get anything out of it. Okay. One, right? And you can check the proofs, validations, everything at the end of the day. That is one. Second is that we don't have any random targets or numbers that to run behind, right? For us, we've been running an exchange. For us to run next month, being a bootstrapped exchange, you will have to come back. You being a large trader, like you would have left, let's say, those exchanges where you faced losses. You being such a big trader, they have lost you. They have gotten, let's say, $100 in the profit from you by liquidation, but they've lost such a big trader, right? You might go back if there is no other option. That's the only thing, right? But at the end of the day, why Giottus is staying bootstrapped is basically we don't want to lose. At the end of the day, anything that is bad for the trader is not something that Giottus would intend to do, right? And there is no targets or random numbers to show to anybody. So we are trying to build a good quality trade book. That is number two. Third is that see, we have built in, let's say, so much of enhanced due diligence systems within Giottus. Okay. Now, most of these problems, like one is, let's say, future specific liquidation problems. Let's say this is one thing that is something that can never happen, at least at the moment. Basically with Giottus, right? I would have experience across all. You can test it out. Proof is out there. You can check it out.
Okay.
So that is not an incentive. Two, we don't have random numbers to fake volumes or to 2x of the volumes by doing your own internal bot trading. That is also pointless for us. So there is no bot trading also with us. Okay. So our focus is to build, let's say, good quality traders and whatever the max that we can do in terms of ensuring customers' capital up to 5 lakhs via BitGo, we have done. Okay. And fourth is that almost 8-9 years, right? Like most of the other cases have been like WazirX has been hacked. Let's say CoinDC has been hacked despite being, let's say, $1 billion funded companies, right? Giottus, you never have heard, let's say, within 8-9 years, something like that has happened because since you have built our own systems, if it is your own money, right, you will be very careful. It's VC's money, right? You have somebody else to fund your money also. Technically, very brutal, simple answer. Okay. Every money that we have is our own money only.
Mm.
Every capital, it's our own capital. Okay. So we have built, let's say, we have built slow. That's what I told, right? We didn't spend on Gautam Gambhir. We didn't spend on all different things. Okay.
Mhm.
We spent on traders. We spent on product. We have an extremely rock solid product out there.
Yeah.
Try it out, right? And experience it. Like we have built extremely strong product. I mean, like, all the security systems, we have put in extremely strong enhanced due diligence. Maybe it's a long discussion. I can actually have a discussion separately on this, right?
Yeah.
And we have also tried to ensure the thing. But most important problem, there is no incentive for us to do the random liquidation that you're facing in other exchanges because it's pointless for us.
Not just liquidation, Raja. The problem is even setting up your SLs, right? Your SLs are also getting hunted before even if you're touching the SLs, right? So
That happens only if you say you are a liquidity provider and start trading by yourself, right? Like, so once you start trading, it's not about, let's say, liquidation. Everything you go to hunt to make profit, right? So that other guy is at a loss. So so basically you try to optimize your own profits in your own books. Once you try to optimize your own profit, where your profit is going to come, every penny of your profit is going to be somebody's lost only. So you will do SL hunting, you will do every single possibility to optimize your profits. Right. And we don't have any need for that. That's what exactly I'm trying to say. Our liquidity is end-to-end, let's say, Binance, right?
Okay.
We are not, let's say, managing liquidity by taking opposite to customer trades, to simply put it.
Okay. And what about security measures that you have put in place to ensure that the WazirX 2.0 doesn't happen, right? Because that is something which has at least hit me very hard. That at this point of time, I don't keep more than a certain sum of money on the exchange. Even if I trade, I make profit, I send it back to my bank account, right? I want to take a trade, I'll send money, but I'll not leave my money on the exchanges. At least till a certain sum, right? Which I then use to keep on WazirX and leave it there, right? So what is Giottus doing to ensure that
The most
WazirX
important thing, like the most important risk in this is like WazirX only, right? At the end of the day, WazirX wallet being hacked is the most important risk, right? So that is exchange risk you can consider. Okay. So there is, for example, there is a exchange risk for you, right? Which is Giottus exchange risk at the end of the day. Now, if you want to protect yourself from exchanges, what you're saying is you're converting everything into INR and putting it into your own wallet. That's what right?
Yeah, not wallet. I take a trade. If I make a profit, I send it back to my bank
That's what.
account.
Basically, you don't keep
It puts a lot of
exchange.
pressure on my bank account. One of my RBL bank accounts got locked. Right, I had to visit the branch and tell them I'm not doing any bad activities because I was doing a lot of back and forth between bank and exchange wallets. Right, and WazirX being the reason. Right, I don't want to leave.
That's what I'm coming to the point. I'm coming to the point straight away. Right, like which is like we are the only exchange who allow crypto withdrawals. Okay, simply put it, we promote self-custody, right? If you feel exchange risk is your biggest risk, right? You basically, even within that, like we have set up, let's say, a 4-layered enhanced due diligence process. Within, let's say, if you allow randomly crypto withdrawals, it also ends up in, let's say, shady deals and whole peer-to-peer and all the kind of other issues of the banking system also comes into place. So to solve that, we have put in an extremely clear enhanced due diligence. If you're taking it for an investment purpose, trading purpose, you give it the purpose very clearly. Automatically, you will be able to withdraw any amount of crypto from Giottus, and you can have your own wallet, hard wallet or code wallet or whatever the thing that you want to keep it, right? You can withdraw the crypto and keep it also. That is also available. And we are one of the very few exchanges who allow, let's say, crypto withdrawals, and we promote self-custody extensively. That is from outside the exchange. Within the exchange, what we have done also I'll come to. So within the exchange, like even before, let's say, WazirX came into picture, right? We have built in, let's say, we are focused extremely on security. As I told, it's all 100% our money, right? Like you have to protect it because it's not somebody else's money, right? So everything we've been protecting it, like having multiple different tiered security systems and hard wallet, code wallet, basically all those things. Probably this is not the exact place to tell you, right? Like basically we can have a separate call. I can help you also understand the security measures that we have taken. Basically, we have also insured customers' funds, maximum whatever is possible, right, up to 5 lakhs. And crypto wallet is also insured by Bitco. Okay. And at the end of the day, WazirX, you are seeing only the outcome. Their problem was totally different, right? Like basically, the owners were in a different place, right? Like basically, they were in Dubai, right? And they've been running it, let's say, without any motivation because Binance has brought the brand name and all these kind of stories. And that is what nobody is like caring about the wallet, right? But we are the only few exchanges who have been registered in India from day zero. We are not a Singapore guy or a Dubai guy who's having an office here. Okay, everything we are in India. All the founders are from IIM Calcutta and India, right? So we've been, let's say, with the roots of the traders by themselves. We are not sitting out there and doing it via telephone. Okay.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, for us, protecting the capital and running it long term is a core goal. Okay. All the security systems, probably the product kind of things, I'm not the best person to explain. We can have, let's say, a separate call where I can walk you through all the security measures that we have, systems that we have in place.
Okay,
Alright.
great. I think the
So-
only thing which my 2 cents should be on this, Raja, is to bring back and try to build that trust with the users. Okay, because I would again not call myself a trader. Okay, but somebody who invests, badly hit because of this WazirX thing. Right, it's very hard to trust any exchange. Yeah,
I know, sir. Like, it's
Yeah.
takes years to build trust, and let's say one day for somebody to break the whole trust in the system, right?
yeah.
So it's a very fragile thing, right?
Yeah.
I completely agree to that, right? And see how we can build trust. If you consider you wanted to build trust, right? How we can build trust technically. So one is that, like, we've been, let's say, on you have any issues, right? You just call us and experience the support. We are there. Your funds never will get lost. Number one. Number two, all this, I'm telling it, you come to a call, we'll walk you through our security measures. That is the highest level of security or the trust that we can show it to you. I'm not hiding anything, right? And I'm telling you all the different scenarios also, really, like what is happening, why you are facing liquidation also, I'm telling you openly. Because at the end of the day, we are trying to build, let's say, good quality traders.
Yeah.
Even this education, this funded wallets, all these kind of things where we're giving to build, let's say, a good pool of traders. And for us, let's say, having 15 lakhs to, let's say, 30 lakh good traders is like more better than having 5 crore random guys trading in the platform.
Right.
So that is what the core goal of what we're doing also.
Perfect. Thank you, Vishal, so much. Thank you, Raja, sir.
Thank you. All right. So guys, I think this was one of the moments you're waiting for. So we have one question which we'll ask right now, and the first guy, right, who gives the correct answer will get a 1,000 rupees reward, right? So the question is pretty simple. So what kind of an order, guys? You have make sure to keep the chat box open, right? Whoever answers for the first time will get a reward, 1,000 rupees reward. Transferred directly to your account, right? So the question is, what kind of an order is a stop loss order, a standard stop loss order? Is it a market order or is it a limit order? Guys, whoever answers this, yeah, go ahead. Someone please tell the correct answer, please. Everyone is spamming wrong answers. Sachin won the contest. Sachin, you are right. Stop loss order, a standard stop loss order is a market order. It's not a limit order. Guys, just try to go through this once. This is a big misconception in the market. So Sachin, do one thing, just send me a hi on my message. Just reply back to me and share me your payment, UPI or anything. So I'll get the funds credited to you. Okay. Fast fingers, wrong answers. No worries, guys. No worries. That's great, actually. So clear this misconception. There is a separate stop limit order that exists, right? That is totally different. But a standard stop loss order is a market order, because the exchange has to ensure that your quantity gets exited once the price nears the stop loss. So in many cases, what you will see is the stop loss you might have set is maybe 68,500, but your sort of position got exited somewhere around 68,450 or 68,550, something like that. This is a big misconception. And even for TPs, take profits, we have market orders. They are not limit orders. Okay. No worries. So cool. Congrats to Sachin. Okay. Now, guys, the next question to Raja sir is, again, see guys, stick till the end, because we will unveil our funded wallet challenge, and that thing will be done by Raja sir. How is Giottus giving you funded wallets, and how you have to get along, and how you can build a professional career around this. So the next question is, how scalable is finance field? Like, what would be your one advice that you would want to give to someone who wishes to get into this finance field, right? Finance and trading specifically.
See, let's focus on trading, because we're talking about TraderSchool and we're talking about trading as such, right? See, at the end of the day, trading is a great field to be in. right? All of you great guys are being part of this. Technically, finance as such a area itself is scalable, right? Like, because if you have doing e-commerce, simply example, you'd have to, there is some physical product involved, which is like you have to somewhere a physical world has to get touched, and somebody has to take it and deliver, which is going to take a time consume, which will make scalable costly, right? But in finance, everything is numbers, and in today's world, everything is stored in data, right? So the scale of finance field is at the end of the day is going to be, let's say, how quickly you can process data which is available, right? And trading, and with, let's say, with respect to crypto as such, is an extremely very good space to begin technically, because I actually have attended, let's say, some of the trading classes also in IIM Calcutta, right? So the basic thing that they talk about, at least one thing I remember from my old trading thing, is martingale and anti-martingale strategies, right? Where you double up your bets and, let's say, scale down your bets whenever you are, let's say, losing and winning based on, let's say, the strategies that you would be having, right? So trading is an extremely good space to be in, right? And it can make you, let's say, extremely rich quickly, and it can also make you poor also quickly, right? And it depends on how disciplined you are, how consistent you are, right? And whether you have a strategy and following the strategy very strictly, right? Because without any strategy, randomly somebody doing something, at the end of the day, you might have 1 or 2 quick wins, right? But whether you can repeat the strategy 100 times, 1,000 times sustainably, so that you can make sustained amount of profits, right? That is one of the key areas, right? And within this trading field, there are so many different opportunities, right? Like you can be your own independent trader. You can join, let's say, multiple different prop trading desks, right? You can also, let's say, trade across different areas, commodities, all these different spaces, right? So there are so many different opportunities, and you can build an extremely strong career, let's say, with respect to trading. I think Vishal would be a much better person to, let's say, walk through all the kind of careers that you would be able to make via, let's say, trading.
Yeah, so actually that's what we are trying to solve, right? There is a big gap between what people are already aware of in terms of how they can get into trading. They all think, trading is something where you put in your money and you exit, but that's not the only thing. It's a very big career. If you want to explore markets, whether it is crypto, whether it is commodities, whether it is some other market, at the end of the day, the experience that you are building, while you are trading, that's something really sort of valuable. And once you get into a trading firm, right, it could be Futures First, it could be any other firm where you trade on a massive capital, right? You are not only paid a salary, but you are also getting access to the commissions that you make, right? So it's actually very scalable. I know, I personally know lots of people in Futures First who are minting 7 to 8 lakh rupees every month, and they have just been there for 2 years. And that's actually true. If you go to Futures First, you will realize how scalable this thing is. And that's not the only thing. Say, for example, you get hired at Giottus, and in next 2 years, Giottus scales by 2x. Just imagine what kind of a career growth you will have, right? So that's the kind of thing where you are in. So crypto itself, has only seen roughly 2 to 3% penetration if you compare it against the traditional stock markets, right? The Indian stock market. So just imagine once crypto has a penetration of 10 to 15%, right? Which is definitely going to be there in the next 3 to 4 years or maybe 5 years down the line, right? So just imagine, what kind of a value you will hold in this space, right? So that's why, establishing a career in trading is something that is really scalable. Right. When it comes to any other field where you are sort of what we call it, you are becoming something in that particular field, right? But when it comes to trading, the firms with which you are involved in, they are profitable. That's one of the major aspects of it, right? Take it Coin-D6, take Coin-Switch, right? They are all making active money through their of your money. So whatever efforts you put in such companies, you get a direct reward against that. So I think trading is something where whether you get along as a core trader or get along as a product guy or a tech guy or a growth guy or maybe a sales guy also, right? It's all actually really valuable.
So basically what somebody can make in, let's say, 20 years, you can make in, let's say, 2 years, provided you do it right. It's as simple as that. Technically, right? But whether you're able to do it or not is a question, right? To do it, like at the end of the day, I have a small presentation to share here. Is it possible? Can I have a moment to share?
Yes, absolutely, sir.
Okay. See, this presentation, I think either it might be a little generic because I don't know how experienced everyone is, right? So These are basics only I've just put in together. Might be like a lot of new people might be joining also, right? Like the first timers. Just a second. Just 1 second. Or I'll just walk you through also, like basically, just a second. See, at the end of the day, right? Like, I'll just opening it. So this whole trading, right, like falls down to, let's say, 2-3 core principles, right? So it's not about, let's say, you winning just one random day. It's about, let's say, how you can win sustainably every single day, and that is what will decide, let's say, whether you're going to be a good trader or not, right? And if you want to build a career out of trading, right, you'll have to not focus and think about trading as a side gig, right? You'll have to focus it as, let's say, one of the key things, right, of your life, and how you going to, let's say, build a career out of it. Like depends upon simple things, right? Which is, hope my screen is visible, right, Vishal?
Yes, yes, it is. It is.
Okay. At the end of the day, your 1 day's, let's say, 100 or 800% win in, let's say, a single trading activity is not going to mean anything, right? Like because that's, let's say, a luck that you have gotten through that day, right? So for you to become a proper trader, right, it has to become repeatable, right? It's not about whether one day you're going to make 800% or 1000% using, let's say, some random trick or, let's say, a signal that you got from random place. Whether you are able to make it, let's say, every single day, right? Even, let's say, it's a 10% profit, but you are able to do it at the end of the day, every single day, repeatably. And if you're able to do it repeatably by finding, let's say, a certain set of strategies, ideas, setup, and everything, that's when you are going to start becoming, let's say, a proper trader. Else you're just going to be somebody who's going to use some app and listen to what somebody says, like give chase behind, let's say, tips, predictions, all these kind of things, and going to invest randomly, right? Another key problem is like, so people would be, just because you have, let's say, gotten huge take profit in a single trade, you keep on going to increase, let's say, your trade capital with every single trade. Probably you're playing in, let's say, futures, which is like extremely volatile market within crypto, right? If you do, let's say, 10 trades, even with all your intelligence, 2 trades, you're not going to fight against the market, it's going to lose, right? So just because you have won, let's say, in one trade, you cannot be emotionally excited and, let's say, keep on increasing, let's say, your trade volumes. Controlling emotions is one key thing, not only on the successful side, but also on the failure side, right? Like even when, let's say, you are hitting stop losses, if you're confident about your strategy, right, you're not going to, let's say, buckle under pressure. If you're not confident about it for every single random stop loss, what people end up doing, I've seen this is like in real time also. So there was one guy who had taken a trade of, let's say, some X amount of money, and he has made a $400 loss because he is a very good trader who has done, let's say, 10 million within Giottus, for example, that kind of volume. But with even for this guy, he's been, let's say, taking all successful trades. There were like few trades where he has failed. He to, let's say, save $400 loss, he's been adding liquidation margins forever. And he has been losing, let's say, even $600, $700 just adding liquidation margin. So once you have lost a trade, market was against you, right? You need to know when to stop and when to start, right? So that is entry and exit will decide, let's say, what is the money that you're going to make, right? It's not going to be, let's say, one single random trade that you do. It's going to be a repeatable series of trades every single day that you're able to do with a tested setup, understanding what is your risk, what is the reward, and following, let's say, all these things, let's say, very sincerely and not buckling under pressure, right? These are some of the key things if you want to look, let's say, trading as a professional career as such, right? So basically, even Giottus, right, like our funded wallet is also similar to this, right? Only thing is that we are not taking profits from you because we just want to make you learn and become, let's say, good trader, since that is a motive, right? But overall, the trading setup, the kind of evaluation setup, everything is going to be focusing on your behavior, right? So the return on investment on, let's say, the capital that you give is one important thing, right? But just to give return, make, let's say, high profits, if you, let's say, lose out the whole money, right? That is also another huge thing, for loss for us, right? So even, let's say, all the challenges that Vishal will be talking about and everything, our levels of evaluation would also be of the same level in terms of what a professional does. So it gives you a real-time experience, let's say, of the evaluation criteria and how we're going to do, let's say, getting, let's say, good quality traders at the end of the day, right? So one thing is that you need to have, let's say, a very clear setup even before entering into a trade. There has to be a very clear entry, exit, take profit, stop loss. Without that, if you're entering, you don't even have a trade setup, right? Another thing is like you'll have to keep your losses small. So it doesn't matter like one day you win and next day you put all your capital and third day you lose and sit, right? That is not the point. The only guys who win in this is like you should have money to play forever, right? Every single day you should have capital to invest in. That is the only guy who will win the market, right? So to do that, whatever capital you have, allocate in small portions every single day. These, let's say, across, let's say, different trades that you would be doing. So even if, let's say, you have 5 loss-making trades, you still have money to make another 5 to 10 trades, because on average, because your strategy is right, you'll become profitable. Okay. And third most important thing is don't change your stop loss. Don't randomly keep on adding liquidation margins and, let's say, waste your money, right? Follow with discipline, and let's say that is one of the key ways in which you can become, let's say, good quality trader. So as a funded wallet that we're going to provide, right? It's not going to be just because you're the most confident trader, we are not going to give, let's say, the funded wallet to you, right? The funded wallet will always go to the people who can back it up with evidence, right? Just because you can do a $100 million trade volume, nobody's going to give you a funded wallet, right? Confidence is one thing, but evidence is altogether a different thing, right? If you are want to be a professional in anything, and even if you want to be specifically a professional trader, right? So everything has to be backed by evidence, right? So whatever the trade setup, right? Like, see, I'll tell you a simple example. There have been, let's say, different signals have been provided by Giottus, right? Somewhere they are like around, let's say, 70-80% in terms of accuracy, which means, or 65 to 70, you can consider. If you have taken all different signals sincerely, right, by default, right, by a risk reward ratio and everything, you should be much more profitable, right? But what people will do, they'll take 2 signals, they will not take 2 signals. Basically, that is not even a strategy. That's like random behavior that you're doing, right? But whatever is a strategy, be clear about it, right? And enter, let's say, only when you want to enter, and exit when you want to exit, and have all the SLTP. Create a good track record. So doing, let's say, consistent daily trade volumes is essential, right? And similarly, being profitable is also extremely essential. You should not burn your money to generate volumes, or, let's say, doing random trades, right? You should have a clear, let's say, consistent track record, right? And that is how, let's say, you will become eligible for, let's say, the funded wallets that you'll be providing, right? So basically, it's the same set of things. So I don't want to go in detail, right? Basically, what we wanted to say is, Vishal can talk about, let's say, the funded wallet things that we have. But technically, what we are looking for is, let's say, consistent, good quality, let's say, trades that people can do every day, right? And then based on your activity, which we will be measuring transparently and professionally, right? The best set of guys will get funded wallets, and the goal of it is like to get all the best set of guys to be part of Giottus and trade as much as possible.
All right, so I'll add a few things to this. So first of all, you need to understand what's benefiting the exchange and what's benefiting you, right? So first of all, when it comes to whatever we are doing, right, be it the placement, be it the, being a funded trader or anything, right? What you need to be aware of is you need to understand what makes money for the exchange and what makes money for you, right? So that's the balance you need to achieve, right? So there are 2 things for an exchange. What matters is volume. Volume means the number of trades you take and the brokerage that you generate, right? So if, for an example, you are taking one, black swan trade kind of a thing, you take one trade and it doubles your capital, but you made money as a trader. I agree to you on that. But if you look towards this from the perspective of the exchange, so the exchange hasn't really made a lot of money, right? It's only one trade against which the exchange might have earned a small brokerage, right? So in order for you to be, a trader, in order for you to scale up your volume, to scale up your funds, so you need to be consistent, right? So if, for example, you have a strategy which takes 4 to 5 trades a day, which is not a big deal in crypto markets, right? And you consistently do that, right? 4 to 5 trades or maybe 3 trades a day, right? For a 30-day period, right? So that is something that generates revenue for the broker. Plus, if you're able to stay consistent and profitable, that's where we are also scaling your capital up. So the usual funded wallet challenge is, you deposit anything, right? Any small amount, 5,000, 10,000, whatever works for you, right? You take small risk, you take big risk, but it has to be disciplined. right? You generate a decent volume of around $70,000 to $80,000, against which we'll sort of track all of the people who are doing it, and the top traders who have managed to pull out a decent ROI. We're not even looking at ROI; it has to be break even. It's not that you lose all the capital in one big trade. Right? That shouldn't be the case, right? You trade consistently. The volumes are good. The profitability is good, and we will start off with the usual $1,000 funded wallet for all of you. If you are able to consistently trade on that $1,000, you get scaled up to $10,000 and even $1 lakh eventually, right? And that is what Giottus is going to help you with. So it's not only about you establishing a career in trading, but it is also about your personal trading that we are sort of scaling up, right? So that is one very good thing that has been initialized by Giottus along with TraderSchool, right? So all of us, right, who are a part of this community, they get the sort of access to this particular opportunity. So you just prove your trading skills, and of course we are here to help you, right? We are taking multiple sessions every day. We have signals, we have lots of market analysis. So build that trading journal, build that trading history, which will not only be beneficial for you or Giottus, but also once you apply for a role in this finance field, in this trading field, right? So everybody asks, what's your experience, right? You go to Futures First, you sit in a placement interview, they will ask you, show your trading journal, right? What have you done? What's your hit ratio? If you're able to showcase a nice number there, then you simply stand out against all other applicants, right? So that's one good thing. And of course, we will be helping you out. And this is one of the major pillars of the evaluation criteria for this course, for this whatever program you are applying for, right? Because if you have that thing with you, right, with Giottus, of course, you are getting the funded wallets. You are also scaling up in terms of the capital, right, and all that stuff. So that will be a great value for all of us.
So to add to what Vishal is saying, right, to help you guys even better, for all those guys who are part of this, let's say, funded wallet challenge, right, we are also ready to give, let's say, professional certificates. Like you've been, let's say, part of this challenge, or let's say, what are the kind of certificates that you want, being part of this, let's say, structured activity. We are also ready to give, let's say, certificates that you can also showcase across, let's say, all different areas where you want to build career in. And other most important thing is, it's not even about your professional career and everything. It's not about exchange making money, right? So our goal is out of this funded wallet challenge is not for us to make money. Our goal out of this funded wallet is to build, let's say, good quality traders. So if you're going to do one single trade a month and let's say you're a trader, no, you actually know something and you will be taking, let's say, 1 or 2 trades. But a professional trader is somebody who is given, let's say, a fund, right, a corpus of fund, and is given a target of ROI that he needs to make, and a drawdown basically is like how much he can lose, right? He has some 3-4 metrics like this. He takes on these metrics and he sustainably generates, let's say, trade every single day, allocates the capital and takes a trade. At the end of the day, he achieves ROI, protects let's say, drawdown, let's say it could be 20%, 30%, whatever the drawdown that they may be having, and ensuring that the goals of the trading firm is being achieved. This is how you will anyway become, let's say, a professional trader. With, let's say, the whole challenge also, we have structured it in the same way, right? Where you get the same kind of experience, right? Like in terms of doing trades throughout, let's say, the month, right? And we try to find, let's say, the best quality guys and reward you. Not by giving you some random money or gifts, with, let's say, funded wallet itself. And the most beautiful thing about it is like 100% of profits belongs to you. Anything you make greater than the funded wallet amount, you can withdraw real time. And loss drawdown belongs to us. That is what we are saying. We are ready to take the risk for you. The risk capital is given by us, right? Take the risk capital, leverage that, and become, let's say, extremely good quality traders. And Giottus is doing all these things for you. Hope you stay with us for a long time.
Yes. Great. So I think you had a nice insight on what we have launched in terms of the funded wallets. So of course, as we start our course, as we start our sessions, we will help you out to get onboarded and sort of follow the journey, right? So stay with us till the end, and you are definitely gonna get rewarded with whatever goodness we are providing to you. So coming back, Mr. Johnson has shared a feedback form. So if someone has 1 minute time to spend, please go ahead and fill that up. So it's a simple feedback form. Plus, I have shared the placement assistance course group. So if you are interested to be a part, please hop onto that, right? So you can be a part of our placement assistance program, right? And apart from that, right after this session, we'll be kicking off the funded wallet challenge, right? So we'll share all the details along with all the criterias in our group so that you can start and build this journey, right? We'll have separate sessions aligned for this, right? And yeah, I think
A couple of things people have asked. One or two questions I just want to answer that. Somebody said whether it's already available.
अभी बोल रहे हैं ना वो जब बोल रहे हैं जैसे अभी बोल रहे हैं ना वो
ask
फोन
something.
किया था ना दोनों नंबर पे चल इस पे अग्री उससे वो उठा के बोल सकता था
Call पे था. Yeah, please.
Okay, so already we have Bengali support. Live training sessions also we are trying to bring in Bengali language also, right? Like most of the time.
I will do it, sir.
Even like Vishal is already there, right? Like your live training
Yeah,
session.
we'll do it. I am a
is
Bengali.
something that is already there, and Tamil sessions are also there, like multiple different sessions. And so somebody has asked how much funded wallet you guys give, right? That depends on how good quality a trader you are at the end of the day. So we have given from $30 to $100 to even anybody joins today's session, they will get let's say $10 of $100 credit for being an active trader. From 10, 30, 100, 500, 1,000, 2,500, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000. Depends on how good quality, how much amount of capital you can handle as a trader, right? If you can show it with evidence, right? We're ready to give you with that level of capital, technically to put it, right? So currently for this $100 challenge, we have $10,000 corpus that we've already been be telling. Like,
Yeah,
$10,000
of risk, right?
$10,000 of corpus, right?
Yeah.
But if you are an extremely good trader, show us the evidence. We are ready to hear you out and give whatever is the best thing.
Right. Awesome. So guys, if you have any questions, so kindly ask. And I will also do the second question for which you are giving the 1,000 rupees. So what kind of, so Raaja sir, why don't you ask some questions? Maybe you.
No, you are the best person to ask some questions. Okay.
Yeah. So guys, first you guys ask the questions, right? If you have any doubts, I'll be getting back with the question in just a second. Okay. Any questions for Raaja sir?
Yeah, I would be glad to answer, right? Like whatever the questions that you have. Currently, we don't have algo trading. That is something that we're working, right? But we have all the other things, like we have signals. We are working on copy trading also seriously, right? That also you will see me very soon. We are trying to give a lot of scalping signals for people to make, let's say, ROI within a short time, and education, all these kind of things that we have. And Giottus provides news alert. So yeah, like will be part of our WhatsApp groups, channels, or social media. We've been sharing, let's say, signals, news articles, all these kind of things we share. Can everyone get funded account? Possible, right? Like if everyone achieves the target, right? Our evaluation system is very transparent. Register, do KYC, start trading, and if you achieve the goals, right, it's extremely like you can get that $100 directly. You just need to become eligible for that, right? And some few people are asking for live workshop and other activities, right? That's something that you can do. And what is a brokerage? Somebody has asked. See, ours is currently one of the lowest, right? It's 0.018% and 0.048%, right? It's lower than DCX. Your switch is like 0.06, right? I think even others are there, right? So ours is one of the lowest, right? Like lower than DCX, lower than CoinSwitch, lower than, let's say, other exchanges. Somebody has said that like he has made already, somebody has, let's say, made $20 profit out of the $10 that we have given, right? Like Sankeshwar, thanks a lot. I mean, like we hope like you can double that also, like in short time, right? That's also great. XNS, I'm not sure. I'm not the best person to answer that. It's a CFD broker. I got it. I think you are facing some issues with the legality and all these things, right? Like, but that's not something that we can talk about at the moment, right? So basically, see what you've been doing it in XNS, right? Like it might feel illegal, or whether it's legal or illegal that you don't know. You can do the same thing in Giottus, right? Like because you can trade commodities, basically gold, silver, palladium, all things, right? Legally, because we are a FAU compliant exchange. We don't know about XNS, but you can do everything on XNS in Giottus at the same level of leverage, everything legal, instant INR deposits and withdrawal, real time, and we give 100x leverage currently. So try a gold in our platform, and I think you like it.
Yeah. So now I have the question for you. So in which contracts, like consider futures, options, perps, everything, right? In which contracts is funding fee charged? In which contracts, in which financial instruments, right, are funding fee charged? Give me the full answer. Yeah, so perpetuals is the right answer. So Sanjeev ji has own, not futures, not every kind of future. Futures are of two types. One is the standard futures that you trade maybe in the Indian markets, but it is, the answer is perpetuals, right? So Sanjeev ji has own. So give me a quick DM on my number. So I'll share my number. So you can give me a DM. You have won 1,000 rupees, and that's where we conclude today's session. Thank you all, I mean, for being a part, and thanks to Raaja sir for this awesome 1 hour session. I think he has given a lot of insights on how you can get started in this. Plus, you know, how Giottus as a product has scaled up. So yeah, that's actually great, sir. I mean, you know, go ahead, guys. Give a clap for Raaja sir, everyone.
Thanks a lot, everyone, for listening me out. We don't have a prop desk currently. For other questions also, do drop and let's say with Vishal or somebody. I would be glad to answer. Hope all of you become some great traders. Thanks a lot for helping with your time. Thanks a lot, everyone, again.
Yeah, and guys, those who are interested for the placement assistance course, I have shared the link of that. You can join the group. And with that said, thank you, Raaja sir, for being here till 9. And yeah, thanks for this. Thanks to everyone. Let's connect back again in some other session going forward. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, sir. All right, guys. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice day. Thank you.